We make the streams.
Spin around here.
It's a good wide angle.
Here in my garage we have behind me, next to me, my 1995 Toyota Supra. And if you guys have recently seen my 10-minute Supra restoration video, that is this car, and it resides in my garage. I live on a dirt road, and you can see it's kind of dusty and dirty. One of the things that I need to do to it is actually put a different ECU in it. So I had an issue with my wiring on the Civic, and I fried out the 5-volt signal. And so I had to steal the ECU out of the Supra. So if you guys didn't know, this car is running on an Ecu Master Emu Black. So I got another one of those, basically a replacement one from Zach. He kind of helped me out and kind of fixed my mistake with that. So I got the laptop, and I'm going to go ahead and program, basically plug in this ECU, connect the USB to it, just load up my base map on it, or the actual tune file from when M-Spec tuned this thing for me. And we're going to fire it up. It's been sitting in here for, I think it's been a little over a month. And we're going to see how the E85 cold start is. But I do have some really exciting news for the Supra. Kind of the goal for this car last year was to actually get it to SEMA, as I really wanted to take it to SEMA. That just didn't happen. Like, all the companies that I work with on most of the builds, they already had other cars, booth cars and everything ready to go. And so I just kind of asked them too late. Yeah, so I'm just going to plug this in right down here. Let's see, I'll get out the old flashlight. Got my plugs down there. And that's kind of one of the nice things about having an ECU with like universal plugs like this, is because you only need one ECU. You could have 4 cars running on the same ECU, and you can just swap them in between it. So if you're kind of on a budget, but you have like 4 or 5 cars that you want to do stuff with, this is an option. So, or if you break one or do something like that. So. I'm gonna go hit my my kill switch. Open this bad boy up and load it on here. So I gotta go grab the key. Dang it! Run down to my basement real quick. I have we make the street slider key tag on this thing, but I didn't have a Supra one. So if you guys are interested, I still have some Supra key tags for sale, and I got the daily, the race car, the tow rig, the street ladder, like some freaking hats. We got some other stuff for sale too. So MotionAutoTv.com if you guys want some MotionAutoTv merch. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is the right table. We'll screw to that thing, and then we'll hit make permanent. Upload that to the ECU, and we'll see if she starts. She might be a little cold. I don't hear the fuel pumps. Okay, I heard the pumps. Alright, we got a runner. I'm gonna play with the idle settings for a second, and then we'll see how she does. Take her to the shop, give her a clean. This is a BTI can gauge, so this connects to all the basically uses the can stream off the ECU to actually run all the gauges over here, so I don't have to have a whole bunch of gauges everywhere. Giving her the foam can in action. And the nice thing about that is you can actually hear yourself think. We have all that stuff via the Comet electric pressure washer, by Obsessed Garage, that whole kit that he has, and then the CR spotless thing. So I've had a huge problem here at the shop with hard water, like it's like dries like concrete. So we're using the deionized water basically, so it cleans all the water, so there's none of those impurities in it. So you don't actually have to dry the car after you're done with it. Yeah, this is the Little foamy boy, and then we give her a little hand wash and then blast it off, and we don't even have to touch it. I mean, I'd probably give it a little quick wipe down, but nothing crazy. Alright, so getting ready to go for a cruise. Adam filled me in on this little trick. On these Garrett turbos, there's a wheel speed sensor right there, and it's just blocked from the factory, and it measures the turbine speed of the actual turbo, so you could measure whether it's like overspeeding, or you know, you could just do like a lot of data logging stuff with that. But if you remove it, it makes it sound like a jet. Like this turbo already sounded really good, but now it just sounds, it's kind of like the T51r mod, just by removing a bolt. What do you think?
Alright.
So we just T51r modded our thing, but yeah. I think it's time to go for a freaking cruise. Actually, I need to go get fuel and then we'll go for a cruise. Alright, so removing that thing just made this thing just insanely loud. That's just like barely rolling into it in sixth at like 50 or 60 miles an hour, and it's just insanely loud. I love that sound.
Make a video about what
Keep it going. Keep it going, bud.
He lost out.
He doesn't know how to pop his hood. Oh no. Does he need help?
Oh no!
Yeah. Alright guys, so it is a day later and we got back from the little cruise, and that little Civic that I raced right there, that was Jarek's.
How's it going?
How many horsepower does this thing make?
It's right around 600.
And it ran a 10.6?
10.6.
But it was spinning on the street.
A little bit.
And so I spun a little bit, but you guys probably can't tell a whole lot. We had almost a really good passenger video from it, but
yeah, the passenger didn't.
It wasn't that good of a video. We're back at the shop, and I have this nice box that you can tell has been sitting around the shop, and you know that I really like it because it's got primer on it, and it's next to the Supra. So hopefully that means that there's a part in there for the Supra. So I got this, I don't know, it's probably 3 or 4 months ago. What it is, it's a seat. I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to stick it in here. As right now I have these brides in here, which they're like the carbon Kevlar thing, and the side bolster is just really, really tall. And this car sits pretty low, like how you sit in the car. So actually getting in there, you kind of have to step right there and then kind of slide in between here and there. And it's just not a lot of fun, and I don't like it. So this is a Sparco seat. I have Sparco rails in there, and I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to see how it looks and see if I like it. Stick it in there. Before the end of this video, I'm going to reveal some very big news about the Supra. I'm not going to ramble. Let's just install the seat.
you doing way up there?
I'm just. Look at this. This is how I can make it work. So we, the rail I think is a little bit taller than we. I mean, just looking in there, it kind of looks like it's pretty damn tall. Like Jamie could drive this thing. But so I think we're gonna actually have to take the slider out and just mount it directly to the bracket, and then just hopefully it's kind of in the right spot. But I mean, it looks cool in there. I mean, you think that's a cool looking seat? I don't like how you can see the white with the inside of the plastic right there. Like, that kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. But
looks like a big plush lazy boy.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It looks too tall.
It's way tall.
Yeah.
I mean, the seat looks cool though. I mean, I think it's a cool looking seat. I don't think it's the most comfortable seat. Like, it's
really looks like it's comfy.
I mean, it's all right. Maybe it just needs broke in. But
yeah.
I think you need to pull it out. Alright, so I quit messing with this thing last night. I got a little bit tired, so back here today looking at it again. I just decided to set the rail in there and not bolt anything to it and see if we could just mount these seats just directly on the rail. And I think it'll be kind of okay. I mean, it still looks like, look at that thing. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. The passenger side, it kind of looks like sits maybe an inch above this rail, and this side looks like it sits like 2.5 inches to, you know, about right there. But then the center, it's just, this pad in the center is just so thick. Like, I don't know why they made it like that, but I might just go ahead and bolt this seat in like this. The bad thing is I will have to drill 2 holes in the bracket to actually get it to fit in there, but I kind of want to see how this seat is, but I'll probably end up getting something else. So if you guys have any recommendations on another seat, be sure to let me know. I'm going to go ahead and just pull that out, drill some holes in it, and then get it stuck back in there, just because I really don't like that bride, and then I have to put all the rail and all that crap back together, and all. I mean, I don't really feel like doing that right now either, but my other stock seat is kind of like bent or crooked fit. I mean, I guess, look at that, I have AutoZone specials up there I could put in there. I forgot about those. Then I could have 2 matching ones too. Tell me I won't do that. Alright, so I've decided that I'm pretty mad at that seat. I sat it on the rail, bolted it down, and I don't like it. It just sits too tall. The seat looks really cool from like up here to right there, but to me, like that bottom right there just looks like a full diaper or something like that. So I'm not too stoked on that seat. So if you guys have any suggestions for a seat and a rail that actually works good in here, I do have the stock seat up there, which I might throw in, but it's kind of crooked. I think I've already kind of said that. But there is one more thing that I do need to install right here, which is that. What is that, Ty?
It's the 3-spoke that everybody's been.
It's the 3-spoke. So I don't know if it's an actual Supra one or if it's like out of a Camry, or
Supra right here.
If it's out of like a Corolla or something like that. But this is one from I bought off of the guy off of Facebook. And it looks pretty much brand new. Like the leather on it is just super nice. And so I'm going to get rid of this. I think this is actually the Camry wheel. But yeah, this was out of that twin turbo 6-speed car that I got wrecked in the side. So I'm going to go ahead and yank this thing out and put that other one in it. And then I'm going to yank this thing out and maybe try to sell it because I don't like that one. I got this steering wheel installed in there. And that looks really nice. I think that's one of the modifications that you guys have told me the most. And I found one more thing about this seat that I really don't like, which is this little white piece right there. So that's another thing. There's a couple things I need on the interior of this thing before it goes to SEMA. So that's kind of the big news. And I need a door panel, and I need this. So, hold on. Alright guys, so if you heard that right, we are taking the Supra to SEMA. So I really wanted this thing to go there last year, but none of the companies that I worked with had any booth availability. This is kind of one of the things where it's like months ahead. So this has kind of been in the background that we've been talking to the company about for about a month or so. So there is going to be a couple things that I want to do to the Supra before then. Full paint correction, ceramic coating, stuff like that. We're going to be changing up the wheels a little bit, I think. We're going to be doing some interior stuff. I'd hopefully like to have some different seats in here. And I don't know what else. There's a couple little things I just kind of want to clean up and tidy up and make sure is nice. I'm trying to decide if I should put on those little rear spat things or not. The exhaust one day when I was trying trying to put it on by myself, it fell off the car and dented the rear can, so I might do like a little turn down thing for that. But yeah, I'm really excited to actually have it at SEMA and to kind of showcase this thing and show it in front of a whole bunch of people. So hopefully you guys are stoked about that. And I don't know, I thought this was gonna be more serious talk than that. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be pretty serious talk. I don't know. I think that's about it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you guys watch these videos, I appreciate that. I know there's a bunch of new people here, and I'm stoked to actually have the Supra kind of back and running and doing all that type of stuff, as well as all the sponsors that I've worked with on this build in the past. So yeah, I look forward to hopefully some Supra content in the next coming weeks before SEMA. I think we have like 40 some days or so before then. Yeah, let me know if there's anything you guys think I should do to it, or if there's any companies that want to get on board and actually want to have like your products or parts showcased on the car and like installed in videos and stuff previously. Be sure to contact me at my email or in Instagram DMs and stuff. That's a pretty good place. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and see you later.
You didn't even walk all the way out of frame, so it doesn't matter. Even walk out of frame all the way.
And then I well, I didn't know that it was over there. You just spin around here.
It's a good wide angle.
It's not that wide of an angle. It's not that.
Better, I mean, it's got a lot of
iPhone, so.
You couldn't even walk out of it. Yeah. You couldn't even walk out of frame.
What do you think, Ty? Did I do a good job? Was that a good interview?
Yeah, Trevor, that was good.
What do you think about the beard?
Going in?
Is it Jamie said she likes it like that.
Like scruffy?
Yeah.
I thought about shaving my my mustache.